Okay, so for my lesson, it's on positive school community, and we had to revamp it a little bit just because this is my only student, so group work makes it really hard, but initially it's for like whole class and then groups of 3 to 4, just depending on how many students you have. And then this is my makeshift whiteboard right now, just because that's what we're dealing with. The lesson will probably take longer than what we'll go through it, but just because of the small class size and just because there's no groups. So this is what it is for my middle school student advisory lesson. All right, so to start off, I would read off notes, make sure everyone's in their spots, but we're not gonna do that because it's not real school and I don't have any school announcements. But all right, so to start today, we are talking about positive school community. So I'm gonna write positive school community up here. All right, so this is our main topic for the lesson today for our student advisory. So I'm gonna have each individual student come up to the board and just write one single word, or I guess a small phrase of what you think a positive school community looks like. So Maddie, do you wanna start? Okay. All right, so now that all the students have come up and wrote words on it, we're gonna go through it. So the first one says, "You are beautiful," which is something very kind that you could say to anybody and really give them just like a positive vibe and really help them out throughout the day. Kind would be another one, caring, anything like that, all that would create a very positive school community. So now that we have like the right words going through our heads and all the positive stuff, we are going to watch a video about positive school community up on our nice projector screen. So make sure everyone can look at it and just listen.
My favorite thing about school is when lots of helpers come in and help our class. My favorite thing about school is all the teachers and the kids. I like teachers, they make me feel safe at school. My favorite thing about school is the flowers in the garden because they make our school look colourful and pretty.
Positive school community is first and foremost one you walk into and people smile at you. And they greet you even if they don't know you. If they do know you, they greet you by name. And this is true whether you're a child or an adult. So basically, a positive school community is a friendly one. And, on top of that, at a more strategic level, a positive school community is one that designs and looks after opportunities for participation. So the children get to participate in their classrooms and beyond their classrooms with each other, in cross-age groups, in the playground, in extracurricular activities. The parents get to participate as well, not only directly with the teachers and the students, but also with each other. And so a school that's really strongly invested in the strength of its community building is a designer of opportunities for participation.
I get the great privilege of travelling and visiting thousands of schools every year. And one of the characteristics that I'd say about positive schools is that people have friendly eyes, that there's a sparkle in their eyes, that the staff actually sparkle as they engage kids, that they work with them, they talk about their students, my group, my gang. They don't talk about the students as sort of this other group. The kids also sparkle, they have got a sense of excitement and possibility. Now, of course, not everybody's sort of humming along and happy all the time. That's unrealistic. But at the same time, there's a sort of sense of can-do and a sense of possibility. There's a sense of inclusion so that people aren't left out or they're being discarded into the sort of, you can't really succeed. There's a sense that a good life is available for everybody.
Well, I think it's important when we have families come to the office, new or old. I think we
visitors into the school interact and react to the various children. If you've got a culture where there is an expectation of respectful language between all participants, where there's an expectation that you will listen to people's questions, to people's queries, to people's concerns, and that those will be addressed to the best of our ability, then you have a culture where people start to speak freely and support each other, and that works for children as well as staff.
The teachers here make me feel, they make games fair. They make me feel a part of something that I'd never known that I could be a part of.
I just feel like they're awesome. I feel really good about myself. Like the teachers always support you no matter what, whether you get a question wrong or right. They show you, that you can do it. They make you believe in yourself. And like, if I had to just say one word to summarize it, I would just say legendary.
Okay, so that was the positive community video. All right, so what are some things that you noticed from the video?
I noticed a lot of kids are happy.
Mm-hmm.
I also noticed all the kids working together and being kind to one another,
Yeah.
and how it changes their point of view on school. So
Good, yeah. It's all about the feeling. How does this school setting or class make you feel? It's all about how they feel and what makes them feel good. So for this, we're gonna brainstorm thinking about our school in particular. So thinking about all the classes you're in, gym class, music, recess, art, in our classroom setting here. How does it make you feel? And what can we change to make it even better? Because there's always room for an improvement, and there's always something that'll happen that might not make a student feel positive about our community. So to start, we're gonna put you all into groups. Obviously, not right now, but it all into groups, and we're gonna have a brainstorming sheet. So I have this sheet here for you, and then here's a writing utensil. And I want each group to really focus on brainstorming things that they can do right now to help change the school. What can you do personally, and what can maybe you do when you're not there that will help make the school a more positive place. I'll be walking around asking questions, and if you get stuck, just raise your hand and let me know. Okay, so then during this time, there'd be a lot more collaboration going on just because they would be in small groups, so they're talking about it and really thinking in depth of what they can do. But with only one student, it makes it a little more hard. But yeah, I'd be walking around just seeing their ideas and making sure each individual student is contributing. And if I notice a student that maybe was more shy and not very out there talking about stuff, I would maybe go to that group and then ask them a specific question that they could ask. Even something as simple as, what has someone done to you that made you feel really good and made it feel very positive for you? Just because then that'll get them included, and then more ideas can start turning and stuff like that. Any kind of, just to get the conversation flowing is the main goal in this portion during this time. Make sure they're talking and collaborating. Great job. I really like your ideas and thoughts. Thanks. All right, feeling good about them?
Mm-hmm.
All right, your group's feeling good about them? Yeah? All right, great work. You have some really, really good ideas. Nicely done. All right, now the majority of the class is done, so we're gonna move on to the next step. If you still have ideas and you're still brainstorming, that's fine. I just want you to listen up real quick so you know what your next step will be. The next step will be doing a little progression. So we have the step-by-step worksheet here that I've laid out for you with each individual step. And then the first step has a question along with each step. So it's what do I want to change? What kind of thing do you want to change in the school to make it more positive? Step 2, why? there has to be a reason. You can't just be like, oh, I want to change this. Why? Well, because there's got to be a reason. So think really hard about why you think this will really benefit it. And then step 3 is, how are you going to do it? What portion that you can do starting right now, or that you can start creating right now to build that positive community. And then step 4, what do I need to happen? Like, do I need for me to do something, or is it like a collective? Do we need everybody to get on board? And then step 5, how will it look when changes occur? So how do you think it'll impact it, and how do you think the positive school environment will change? So this is what I want you to do in your groups. Try to be pretty in-depth about your reasoning behind it, because we are going to do even more with this as we continue through our positive school environment. So that's for your group. During this time too, I'd be walking around, helping them out, answer the questions. But there's only one group, so. You had really good reasoning behind why. What a wonderful idea. All right, once they're done finishing the worksheet, check it over, just make sure they're doing the steps right. That looks really, really good. All right, so for the final step, if everyone will just put their pencils down, the final step is we're gonna create a PowerPoint so we can share our ideas with the rest of the class. So what I would have you do is go grab a laptop or iPad or any kind of technology that you can use and start a Google Docs with all of your friends so you can work together. The reasoning behind this is the first slide, we're gonna need just positive school community is the only title you need to put on there, and then just have each of your individual names on there. And then each step that you wrote down here will be a slide. So add in fun colors, fun pictures, anything to make it more appealing to the eye. And then, so you should be able to do that pretty quickly. And if we don't finish today, don't worry about it. We still have tomorrow, and if we need to, we can go into Wednesday as well. So don't worry about it. And if you're still working, keep working hard. Like, you guys are doing really, really good. I'm really proud of you. So what the PowerPoint needs is the first slide, of course, with the positive community title with all your names, and then each individual step. And then as a group, I want you to work on like a role play or playing it out. Like if you were in the school and like this, one of your brainstorming ideas that you didn't use was writing kind words and putting them around the school. So if you're a student and there's a kind word on the wall and you're just walking with your friend, maybe you're having a bad day and you see it and you're like, wow, that made me feel really good. Show that in some kind of a play and how it helps boost the positive community. So that's what I'm gonna have you do. But we don't have it, so it's fine. But to end class today, good luck to all the sporting events that we have going on, the plays, the band, the music. I love everything that everybody's doing, and just have a really, really great day. If you need anything, talk to me after this or just come in and say hi throughout the day. You are dismissed.